Saudações pessoal, sejam bem-vindos a mais um vídeo de Final Fantasy XVI. Eu ia falar 6, mas beleza. E hoje vamos lá continuar depois que a Mid chegou e nós pegamos o poder do Titã. Mas antes de fazer isso aqui, eu quero fazer uma caçada a que liberou, que é em Aldil, na Rosária, beleza? Então lembrando, estamos em live na Twitch Foxmaiden, links na descrição. Quem quiser participar, fica à vontade. Quem quiser curtir o vídeo, se inscrever no canal também. Então aqui é a Rosária, né? Aldil. Aqui, Aldil. Beleza. Ele é um A. Ele é um A, então, né? Vamos ver o que podemos fazer. Torgo. Como é que você se transforma? Provavelmente aqui são bandidos. Ah, não, aqui é o povo, na verdade.
The victims of the Viceroy's culling have been buried, but they will not be forgotten.
Agora só temos que procurá-lo. Se ele vai ser fácil ou não, eu não sei. Mas já que saímos dessa cidade e aqui já mostrou Aldil, deve ser indo pra cá. Deve ser naquela costa lá, naquela praia que eu falei que provavelmente ia ter algum bicho lá. O Titã, gente, depois eu testo, tá? Assim, é legal, né? Parece interessante. Mas o Ramu, ele se encaixa por enquanto muito bem onde a gente tá querendo. Só que eu não preciso enfrentar. É um slime também, tá? É um flanco. Ele não tá aqui. Se ele não está aqui, ali não estará. Aqui também não pode estar. Ele pode estar pra frente aqui, né? Ele pode estar por aqui, ó. Só que aqui já é um bar, né? Bom, vou fazer o seguinte. Vou dar uma procurada e já volto. Beleza, gente. Ele basicamente está pra cá. Eu tava certo, ele tava aqui mesmo. Só que, como não tinha nada, eu pensei, então, né? Ele não deve estar pra cá. Mas pelo que eu vi, aqui sim. Ou me enganaram. Deve ser isso aqui? Ah, ele aí. Ah, não, é um flan mesmo. Príncipe Flan, rank A, 15.000, 30. Meu Deus, ele não perde vida. Não! Morri, certeza. Nevasca mais? Tá maluco? Você não quer ter mais elemento, não? Ah, parece que ele quer sim. Mano, se isso pegar pra... Eu acho que é... hit kill. Rápido, rápido, rápido. Beleza. Conjuração dupla. Você tá de sacanagem. É, assim, eu vou arriscar falar, tá? Ele não parece tão difícil. Tá, Ah, eu esquivei.
That's better.
All yours, Torgal.
Corre. Aí eu. Tá, metade da vida já foi. Ah, vou dar o máximo de dano possível aqui. Oh.
This one.
Ai! Ok.
Guess we're all ready.
Over here.
Não. Não! Não! Corre!
Too slow. Get him.
You're a fine hound.
Nossa! Eu não pensei que isso fosse pegar. Eu preciso correr. Preciso correr. Toma. Toma. Rápido, cai. Beleza. Não foi difícil, mas, cara, se ele pegar já é. Quanto de XP? Tá bexiga. Pena que não mudou muita coisa, mas tudo bem. Massa gelatinosa.
Well, it's dead now.
Ah, olha só.
Whatever it was.
Tá maluco. Meu Deus do céu. Isso que tem os S ainda, hein? Poderia ter SS, SSS, SSS+, SSS Ultra. Que é que nem nos jogos mobile. Vamos falar logo com eles aqui, porque aí já libera pra fazer equipamento.
Blackthorn, you busy?
What does it look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools.
Esse aqui eu teria que buscar no mundo.
Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff? An airship?
Hum.
I'll see what I can do. Till I'll bring them over when I'm done.
My thanks. And Mid's, no doubt.
Airship aqui não vai ter, claro que não. Óbvio que não. Óbvio que não. Não é possível.
Was wondering
Será?
where you got to. Mid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list. Think you can find everything on there?
This lot. Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment,
It's paid 100 times over by what that girl's done for us.
E o que ela fez
If it
pela
weren't
gente?
for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes in.
Thank you.
É, porque faz sentido, né? A água aí tá toda contaminada, eles tomam água, né?
Let's see if Bardolph's available.
Beleza, pronto. Agora vamos ver
What do you need?
o que nós temos novo.
What do you want?
Rebolo! Enquanto ele ergueu os punhos, nada havia restado debaixo deles ali do pó. Rebolo. Relampejo. Ah, é a evolução do relampejo.
Should last you a good while.
Claro, né? Saiote de caçador, não. Canhões de platina, não. Vamos reforçar. Tem alguma coisa aqui? Nada. Alguma coisa aqui? Nada. Alguma coisa aqui? Nada.
Anything else?
Eu quero ver agora como que é, né? Essa arma. Espada bastarda não, sai. É, aí você pode comprar ou você pode produzir. Eu vou comprar, claro. Aí a gente vai lá e põe pra... E põe mais 2, sei lá. Ah, é? Olha! Interessante.
It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Finished, are you?
Um momentinho. Vamos lá, gente.
Should be enough.
Carpinteiro. Bardolph.
Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can.
Mas...
But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch them, will all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
I see.
It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's
Claro que eu
Rest.
vou ter que ir até lá.
Bernard, was it?
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause.
Ah, o
I'll
que fez
ask
a
Martha
ponte,
if she
né?
can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
Então vamos lá. Mas é claro... Eu dei uma cortada muito brusca, gente, foi mal. Mas é claro que ela vai nos pedir um favor antes de liberar o cara e tudo mais, né? Aliás, antes de ver ali, deixa eu só ver uma coisa. Tá.
I hear you ran to Rosalith's when the Republicans attacked. I'd have been running in the opposite direction, as fast as my poor legs would carry me.
Morpha.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
No meio do campo de
He went
batalha.
up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin.
Claro que tá.
Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look for him there then.
É claro, inclusive... Opa! Tava bloqueado aqui. Bom. Irei até lá e já volto. Vamos lá, gente. Estamos chegando no local. Eu não lembro de ter vindo pra cá. Ele vai pedir que a gente pegue alguma coisa ali.
Oh, if it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now? Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
Tem bicho ali, ó. Eu preciso.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could,
It's the least I can do.
Well, thank you kindly. And take care.
Vamos lá. O bom é que assim, ó. Tá vendo que tem um monte de bicho aqui? Ah, porque já é um monte de bicho. Ah, então tá bom então. Ah, toma.
Waken winds!
Tá bom. Não.
To me, flames! Sick 'em! Motor! Over here! Get him!
Na verdade, eu acho que eu posso usar o Titã no lugar do Ramon. Ou no lugar... É que a garuda, ela derruba os inimigos maiores, né?
Sick 'em!
Cadê os inimigos? Ah, seu filho da mãe! Caraca, calma aí, bicho.
Over here!
Não. Nice keep.
Nice try. This
Morreu. Toma. É porque assim, a parte que você carrega, os raios são boas, né? Dependendo do que o Titã puder oferecer de ataque desse, vale a pena.
You made short work of that lot.
Mas a da garuda também não é tão boa
Thank
assim,
you,
não.
son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Though it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's onto your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
Ok. Provavelmente deve ter um baúzinho por aqui.
That should take care of Mid's little list.
Eu sabia. Isso aqui é o Black Mage, gente, do Final Fantasy. Capuz azul, chapeuzinho amarelo. É o Black Mage. Vamos ver o que nós temos por aqui. Ó, dá pra entrar nos lugares e tal. Bom, se eu encontrar alguma coisa, eu aviso. Vamos lá. Vamos lá, gente. Vamos lá.
All right, Clive? You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
Ok. Ainda não falou o que ela vai fazer, mas tudo bem.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Agora liberou? Bom, vamos fazer lá então. Antes de falar com ela, fazer as secundárias. Um momentinho.
Villains have been up to their old tricks again.
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of curse breakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A curse breaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion, but this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous, but I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
Eu vou
We'll
procurar.
go and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid. And I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
Vamos pegar outra que tá seguindo pra missão principal. Ah, o baúzinho. Eu não sei qual a diferença. Não sei. Essa aqui é normal. A última do baúzinho que a gente fez, a gente ganhou alguma coisa.
Ah, Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Ah, that's right. He went to ask Harpocrates about Torgal. He must have found something. You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing a curse breaker's brand. But it's my first time and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but there as many die as recover. Is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden, and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential. and we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way. But griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go? Oh, thank you. No one knows Herblore like Taya, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
Ok, vamos lá. Dor e risco. Não. Bom, é possível que libere algum tipo de item, poção, sei lá. Vamos fazer isso aqui primeiro, eu já volto. Encontramos.
Cole, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
You have duties to attend to here. See to the injured. I'll handle the rest.
All right. Just follow the path to the south. You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
Thank you. And Sid, it's good to see you.
Don't thank me just yet.
Tá logo ali, pô. Já tá vendo o grandão, já.
They're trying to get into the carriage.
Pô, ele falou pra eu tomar cuidado, né, para não destruir a carruagem. Eu acho que todas essas explosões vão fazer alguma coisa, né? Ai, gente, agora nós temos 4 barrinhas de infrite, sei lá. Ah, quase. Fica no chão. Não. Ah, achou que ia pegar, né? Demora muito pra carregar a espada. Ó, no ar. É, 130. Tá bom.
Who are you? A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, You wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
Basicamente já desistiram já. Agora é... aqui. Então vamos lá. É claro que vai ter um monte de bicho. Ganinhar é a melhor coisa que tem. Vamos ver. 1, 2, 3. Banana, banana. Pronto. É verdade, eu tenho que segurar.
Plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one.
Vai. Ô, meu filho.
Should be enough to keep the infirmaries.
Tá, vamos lá. Chegando.
Sid, welcome back. A stolus from the dame arrived not long after you left. If I'd just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself. Or maybe I wouldn't. I keep making the wrong decisions.
Cole and the others got home safely. You made exactly the right decision.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after them woefully unprepared. What kind of leader sends people into danger without considering all the risks? I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of trouble.
We swore the same oath as you, Doris.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Only my ability to see it put to good use. Thank you for your faith in me. I'm not sure I deserve it. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a Cursebreaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
You will. In time.
Ok. A outra é logo ali em cima. O peso do comando. É complicado. E eu acho que já liberou mais uma recompensa. Isso.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
Piós de lobo terrível. Nossa, 350.
You earned this.
Faço a menor ideia que seja isso aqui. Não é aqui, não é aqui, é aqui. Não, não é aqui não. É aqui. Aumenta o dano de combo em 5%. É. Cadê a Jill? Falou que ela tava descansando, mas ela não tá aqui.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
You'll do fine. Taya trusts you, which means I trust you. The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. But... I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's blood. Failure means death, and even success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives, and the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we have no shortage of volunteers. The day I decided that I would take Sid's name was the same day Taya took my brand.
I remember. It wasn't long after we came here. What little medicine Taya managed to salvage from the wreckage of the old place had been used up treating the wounded. She begged that your operation be delayed until a new supply of antalgics was found. Procedure was even more dangerous back then. Only a few souls had undertaken it. Doris, Cole, a handful of other curse breakers, and those who are no longer with us. Those who lost their lives in the process. It wasn't something to be done lightly.
No. But it was something I had to do, if I was to take Sid's name. He always led from the front, and never asked anyone to take a risk for his cause that he was unwilling to take himself, even if he knew that it might cost him his life.
Hold still, Clive! Hold still!
I knew there'd be pain. That I might not survive. And I was afraid. But I also knew that if I didn't overcome that fear, that pain, then I would never be able to call myself Sid.
I didn't know.
We all want our brands removed. But it's a decision each of us must make for ourselves, on our own terms. Rodrigue, I know your work isn't easy, but neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Taya. Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physiker's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
É, quem não faz as subquests não pega esse tipo de conto que eles estão falando ali, né? É como eu disse, uma das coisas que eu achei legal é que, entre aspas, né? todas as side quests aqui, eles estão acrescentando mais a história, né? Como tudo aconteceu e tal. E isso é legal, porque geralmente side quests não tem uma ligação, né? Agora vamos ver o que aconteceu com o Torgo. Porque ele absorveu o éter, né?
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and, seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
Dominante do Fenrir.
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a Frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal!
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
Em português é behemoth que eles colocaram?
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shan't be a moment.
Behemoth. O Torgal tá construindo alguma coisa? É isso? Algum tempo depois... Uma mesa de pedra.
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot, starting right now.
Meu, é difícil de entender ela.
I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them.
Vamos ver o que ela tem a oferecer, né? Porque já tem um ferreiro.
Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Não. Não. Quero saber o que ela tem a oferecer.
Thanks from before, son. That was a good deed you did me. Only right I do you one in return.
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
Masmorra de mid, praça do refúgio. Caramba. Chato. Bom, vamos lá. Eu acho que eu sei o que é isso aqui. Até porque é um átrio. Eu acho que eu sei. Vai ser algum lugar onde você entra numa DG ou vai, tipo, em missões especiais, alguma coisa assim.
How goes the
Eu
hunt for
acho.
Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
Mas vai ficar aí?
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
Já chegou a mid, quem vai chegar agora? É o tio.
For your trouble.
É o
It's
tio
a
dele.
pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here!
Muito bom ficou o personagem dele. Enquanto isso... Olha isso, cara. Caraca. Não só isso, né? O cristal, a cidade. É, do Odin, certeza.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, your radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
É tudo culpa dela. Ela que tá plantando tudo. Tudo. Ela tá plantando tudo.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here?
Você vai me fazer ir até lá embaixo falar com ele? Ó.
Ah, my dear nephew. How I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there?
É. Grave, né?
There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
Oh!
2,000?
Até perigo. 2.000 caixas são 2.000 de ouro.
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kopko withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you.
Vamos lá, hora da história.
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly, her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him?
De volta pro lugar dele
Why
ali, ó.
home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde? To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance? No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
Minha vida. Ou a vida dele.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Deveras. Não tendo liberado 270 missões, tá bom. Beleza, eu acho que não liberou, já fizemos as caçadas, é isso aí.
It's finished outfitting her little workshop. Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal.
No?
All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
Coitado, tio dele. Não, vá até o Byron. Tá.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
Já poderia, né? Aproveitar. Vai lá, destrói o... Ah, tá. É, porque vai liberar agora um novo set de mapas. Tá. Tá certo, tá certo. Tá certo. Entendi.
I was a young man when last I walked this path.
Um lobo de gelo no deserto.
There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Já estou vendo vários bichos. Enigma das areias. Bom, tem Chocobo, mas...
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark them well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sand.
É um mapinha bem grande até. Eu acho que o que tem de novo aqui é só escorpião. Vamos ver quantos pontos esses bichos dão.
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Mas é... Tá. Aqui encontrar a caça não vai ser tão difícil, não. Ô, meu filho. Oh, lagartinho.
Who do you think those soldiers were in the inn? Friends of friends, I wager. Not that they looked very friendly.
Não tem nada aqui, é só, sei lá. Olha aquilo ali, que legal.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Vamos lá, ué. É bem característico de deserto.
Look, there. Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stone here. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Vai brincar pelo deserto aí. Caçar escorpião, né? Aí eles aí.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Parece a mina lá do irmão dele. E é ela mesmo.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Legal, né? Eles estão basicamente mostrando que os dois estão mais próximos do que parece.
Keep watch,
mini barrilzinho.
but all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Oh. Sério.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
Uncle?
Sorry.
Fogo, viu?
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
Ela não sabe
You
quem é
two
o
are
Clive.
travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Come on, help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
Tá fazendo?
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose.
Barba dele.
Friend. Stay back, Uncle.
Eu posso invocar o tornado no meio da taverna?
The outlaw! Take him!
Try it.
Bom, com certeza ele tá lá no quarto, ele não vai perceber que tá tudo queimando e pegando fogo, né? E ver se é o Clive. Com certeza não.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
You.
Os humanos estão bastante espertos.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Você viu tudo. O que que você vai fazer? Vamos ver. Ô, louco. Bonita água.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Quebrou tudo. Opa.
Clive?
Agora que ele vai lá.
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Claro. Saiu correndo e tal. É nada. Aí a pessoa... Ah, tá bom.
Where are
Imaginei que ia ser uma
we didn't
full
know where to
cidade
find
aqui.
Kupka before. We do now.
The Rawless said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Beleza, então aqui é a entrada, certo? Vamos ver o que nós temos aqui. Tem só um comerciante pra lá. Cara, ainda bem que as cidades não são que nem as do MMO e de RPGs grandes, porque é uma das coisas que eu não gosto. Tem tanta coisa pra fazer. Olha isso aqui, cara. Olha que da hora. Luz. A luz, ó. É, a luz na água. Ah, confusões.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamel is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Aspecto uma vendedora.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Are you looking for something in particular?
Padre platina, não. 12 mil? Pode ser.
My thanks.
Não. Bobina. Esses aqui depois eu compro, gente. E só
Go
isso.
with Gilbert.
Fale com os cidadãos da areia.
Light it for Gilbert's sake. You're a bearer.
Anything I can help you with, travelers?
Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No, I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
Ok, não ajudou em nada.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
Beijo da
I doubt
Urzi.
this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience, believe you me.
E era só pra falar com dois, hein?
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly. Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Ferda knows.
Ferda.
Sweet incense. What's wax candles?
Excuse me. Are you Ferda?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Não é bem esse tipo de encontro que eu quero, mas...
Silver, do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around?
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Toma. Ele tá falando mate. Eu vou matar todos os inimigos. É, eu queria que a gente acabou de matar a cidade inteira também. Acontece. Deixa eu pegar alguns aqui na mira. E morrer. Pronto. Lugar fechado, um monte de gente já era.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Ferda?
Look what the cat dragged in. Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the Men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Os caras, todo mundo derrotado aqui. Acontece, gente, acontece. Vamos lá.
It would make a fine gift.
Is this the place?
Lubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss. Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it.
Tá parecendo ser um velho conhecido.
Lubor, Lord Ferda told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity?
Sua lábia.
Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff!
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you
Ele não
call
falou nada
me?
disso.
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Já pode matar ele?
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
Follow the crystals. Ele falou que na verdade é mais fácil você, entre aspas, conquistar com mel do que com vinagre.
A deposit.
Fale com os cidadãos. Bom, eu vou fazer o seguinte, gente. Vou deixar esse vídeo por aqui, já ficou muito grande, tá? Então, muito obrigado a todos por terem assistido. Dúvidas, críticas, sugestões, curtida, compartilhada, inscrição no canal fica a cargo de vocês. Deixe nos comentários o que vocês acham. Eu vejo vocês nos próximos vídeos. Muito obrigado a todos e até a próxima.